Prescription drugs. When used properly, they can help. But last year, more than 80,000 Canadian kids used them to get high, even though it can be very dangerous. Prescription drug abuse. It can damage a teen for life. Get the facts.
Ever hear someone with a drug problem talk about quitting? And then they try to quit on their own with no help. They tell their friends they've given up drugs forever. It usually doesn't work. Eventually they slip and start using again. Why are drugs so hard to quit? Because addiction is a brain disease. Addiction is when you feel a strong urge to keep taking a drug, even if it is causing harm. To stop, ask for help. Your brain is like a control tower. It sends out signals that direct your actions and choices. When you take drugs, the chemical signals in your brain change. This affects your choices, your actions, and even the way you feel. The part of your brain that lets you feel pleasure can be changed by drugs. Normally, this pleasure center is active when you eat, fall in love, or experience something else you enjoy. After a while, the drug becomes more important. When someone takes a drug, they first feel a rush or a high. But over time, the high is not as strong, and they need the drug to keep from feeling bad. This is what happens when you are addicted. But you don't have to stay that way. Quitting drugs is hard, but it can be done. If you or someone you love has a problem, get help.
This is a nice car. It's sexy. Do you want to try some awesome stuff? Want to give it a go?
Nah, I don't want drugs, mate. I want a new car, mate.
Okay.
In high school, I'm walking down the hallway. Me and some friends, we swagged out, Alpha, Beta, Kappa, Theta style. Me and the homies. Then one of these so-called homies walks up to me with a balled up piece of bread in his hand. Like, hey yo, easy. You know what you should do? You should take this bread and you should throw it in Headley room. Ooh. Now at first I wasn't gonna do it, but he just kept asking me and I couldn't look like no punk in front of the homies. So I came up with this whole genius plan, straight Ocean's 13 style. I mean, when it comes to planning, I'm like George Clooney mixed with Fred from Scooby-Doo. Now the plan was we was all gonna walk past the doorway, right? So it'll look like we all walked past the doorway, right? Then I was gonna double back and lean over just enough so that I could throw the ball of bread in there without being seen. And then after that, I was gonna run like I was in Grand Theft Auto with 5 stars and no car. And that's exactly what I did. He didn't just say what I think he said. He didn't. There's no way. You know what you must do, my lord. Hey, easy. That was literally my plan of revenge. I was gonna walk up to him and slap the fire out of him. No repeats, no hesitations. But then I remembered why I was even in this situation. And I thought for a second. Did it really matter that he ratted on me? No, I was on camera. Was it really worth getting in any more trouble? Not really. So what happened was, I got suspended for like 3 days, at home suspension. It wasn't even in school, they was serious. And during those 3 days, I came to a realization that I will never forget. The only reason anyone tries to peer pressure you into doing something is because they don't want to do it themselves. They're not willing to risk their well-being, so they put yours on the line. And if you have friends doing this to you, I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but no new friends does not apply to you.